Mark and Paulette, two travelers in Mexico, and we're in Querétaro now, but we recently went back to visit some friends in Morelia and saw some pretty disheartening and disappointing stuff there. There was a demonstration or protest for women's rights, and we were there last year during the same protest, and it was just largely a one-day thing, and not much happened. This year, however, though, they graffitied everything. They broke a lot of windows on Francisco Madero, which is the main street cutting through the heart of Centro Historico Morelia, and it was really disappointing to see. I mean, we understand that women's rights is an important thing in Mexico and everywhere in the world, and we appreciate the fact that they are women are
taking a stand.
I don't know that you fix anything with destruction of property necessarily, but that's one thing we saw different in Morelia from last year to this year, and it seemed like there's been kind of a steady buildup towards this. Morelia isn't the same city we moved to last year.
Yeah, 16 months ago when we moved there, you would find maybe a little bit of graffiti here and there, really not much. And then before Mark and I moved, we actually started moving in November, and then we finished in December, right?
Yeah.
Back and forth for about a month. We finished mid-November to mid-December to San Luis Potosi, and we noticed a couple of months before that there was more graffiti going on, a lot more graffiti going on that we noticed. Now that has nothing to do with the reason that we moved.
No.
Okay, so Morelia is a great place. However, the vibe when we were there last time changed for me completely.
Yeah. Yes, it's a different place. It seems like I don't know if it's because of COVID and people being locked up, or not locked up, but not being able to go out to do anything. But people, it seems like, are becoming more restless in some way, and we started seeing a lot of graffiti, throughout the last year, and especially in the last 6 or 7 months probably. We started to see a lot of graffiti, and then the protest the other day, it was just broken glass everywhere, almost every window.
Well, we don't know that happened during when they were in Teresca's area by the statue. They were spray painting the streets,
right, and
they were protesting in the street, which is fine. And the cops had the traffic blocked off so that the women could go ahead and protest. When we were going out to breakfast the other day, I noticed them protesting in the street in that area, and it was blocked off. Then we go in for breakfast and we come back out, and I notice there's spray painting on the street. The policemen still have the streets blocked off so that they are allowed to continue to paint the streets as much as they want to. So I have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Peaceful protesting is always your right, always. But when you start, graffitiing, spray painting, walls, streets, busting windows, that's a whole nother ballpark.
Yeah.
That is not acceptable. That is not even respecting your own city, the beauty of Morelia.
And for me, it's just disappointing because you get, they break the windows out of these stores,
It was houses too.
Houses and stuff, and these people are just struggling to get by, and now they have to pay to have, new windows put in, clean up the mess through no fault of their own, which is, to me, it probably, it seems like it just adds to the issue. It just makes their life that much harder.
Yeah. So I was really, really, really angry seeing this when we walked through and we videoed it so you guys can see. my love for Mexico hasn't changed or anything like that. But Morelia, the police don't do anything. They don't do anything because they don't infringe on their rights, I suppose.
Yeah.
But, you know, you can decide what you think.
Right.
And then the other night here in Querétaro, Mark and I had dinner and we were talking to these two other friends, these men, sitting at a table next to us, and one is from Mexico City and the other one was from Nogales,
Mexico.
Nogales, Mexico.
Just on the other side of, in Mexico, just on the other side of the
Right.
Nogales.
And they were
Nogales
telling
Arizona
us
border.
that it's really gotten out of hand and that the police do absolutely nothing. That's how I saw it in Morelia. However, they were saying in Mexico City, it's the same thing over this whole women's right thing. Busting windows. Some of them look like that. I hope it was BB holes in the
Yeah,
windows. I don't know. I don't think there were bullet holes, but I don't know. In a lot of the windows on the main street, like Mark was saying. But it's going on all over in Mexico. So, you know, we report the good. This is the bad. And actually, it actually, to me, fits the ugly. Because I was so angry at what I saw. So angry. I was so hurt to see that they could do that to these old churches and just beautiful historical buildings. So there you go, guys. Straight from the two travelers
in
on
Mexico.
our point of view of seeing Morelia, what it looks like. And the vibe has changed from when they were there 3 years ago. And a lot of this has to do with this women's right thing that they protest once a year. But I personally think it's way out of hand. Protest, make your point, I'm all for that. But once you start destroying people's property, busting every window, spray painting the beautiful historical buildings and churches and the streets, that's not okay.
Yeah, that's tough. Like they say, you know, I agree with Paulette. Protesting is fine. It's, you know, it's your human right. And women's rights in Mexico are an issue in the fact that crimes against them go underreported or not reported at all or not prosecuted.
Right.
That's also a very real issue in Mexico.
In Mexico, and I think all over the world too.
And we support them in that. They, you know, they should have every right. Women should have every right, and crimes against them should be punished. Again, I just have trouble rationalizing
The destruction of property to make their point, because that just takes it to a whole new level. For me, that's a level of arrest. That is not okay at all.
Yeah.
And the police, again, do absolutely nothing about it.
Right. They did block off the streets and let it go, but I don't know that they arrested anybody or anything like that.
Well, we don't know exactly when those broken windows happened.
Yeah, it was that day.
You think it was during the day?
Yeah, there was fresh glass all over the street that night when we walked the street.
And you guys know how beautiful the old historical doors are. They spray painted all, like, you'll see in the video, you know, the pictures that are all spray painted of the old wooden doors going through the Central Historical in Morelia.
All right. That's all from the two travelers in Mexico. We just thought we'd give you this update on a recent trip back to Morelia. A beautiful city, just an unfortunate situation. All right. What she did.
Bye, guys.
Bye.